Welcome everybody to the High Stakes Success Podcast. My name is Jesse Day and I am your host. On our last episode, we interviewed NASCAR driver Alex Labbe about the type of competition he faces, his training regimen, and his mental approach to the game of NASCAR and race car driving in general. So be sure to check that out in the description below. There's a link to the full episode. But for now, we've got Alex Labbe's top 5 keys to high-speed success. Number 5, focus all your attention.
Focusing on what you got to do. I think the time when you get a little more stress is just when you climb in your car and everything's quiet and you're just strapping in, and that's where you feel your heart beat a little faster than usual. But when you get in the race car and you start the motor and you get on track for the pace laps and all that stuff, you don't really feel that stress anymore. You just focus on what you got to do when you know what you got to do. So you got to do it the best way, the best you can.
Number 4, know your competition.
You really got to know who you race with, because you're gonna know how he's gonna race you and how you can race him. So and especially when you're running for a championship, because there's some guys that are a lot more aggressive and you can't really race them as hard as others or early in the race or stuff like that, because you don't want to break your stuff and you want to finish and get those precious points for the championship. So no, you really got to know, like you're saying, who you're racing with. Number 3, control your emotions. There's a lot of guys that are short. I got shorter tempers, and there are a lot of guys that are. I think I'm pretty good to deal with my tempers. I'm not really driving my car hard at the early part of the race. I mean, the last probably 10-15%, that's where I'm really going for it. But
right,
I think that's a pretty good approach. Number 2, train to go the distance. To train as much as possible. We're so busy, and the big thing is really, I think, eating well and staying hydrated. That's a really big key.
Yeah.
The hydration and all, and the heating, because it really helps you stay focused and stay in the best shape in the car, even under really high temperatures. So that's the biggest thing, I think, preparation for a race car driver, physical preparation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to stay always sharp, doing like simulator stuff and always staying on my game as much as possible, pretty much year long. I mean.
And Alex Labbe's number 1 key to high-speed success: have a solid team around you.
Racing is really a sports team, because every single guy in the team is just as important, because anything can happen. I mean, there's a lot of variables in racing. There's a lot of things that can happen mechanically, and just as me as a driver doing just a small mistake, I can just ruin the whole race right there. And them just not checking for one bolt on the car is just going to make us not going to finish the race, and that's just going to affect the whole weekend. So every single guy is really important, and they really got to be just as focused as I am on their job. So that was Alex Labbe's top 5 keys to high-speed success. A lot of awesome insights into the world of NASCAR racing, and lessons maybe we can all apply to our lives as well. If you want to check out the full interview with him, you can click the link in the description below. It was a very interesting interview, so I do suggest you check it out. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. You can also find us on the web at highstakessuccess.com. And until next time, when the stakes are high, success is the only option.